Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Ooni of Ife is rumored to have run to the royal mansion to meet with Queen Naomi for prayers over invasion of water in his chambers. We heard that since after the Olokun festival, the Ooni of Ife has been, battling with excessive water inside his chambers. That when he sleeps at night, he feels as though he's floating on top of water, and when he wakes up in the morning, he sees water in his chambers, like the chambers is inside water. But when people come into the chambers, they don't see the water that he is seeing. So when this complaint went out, they said that Ifa had been invited, Ifa priest, and they came and they said that he was being summoned by the goddess or the river, Erenle River. That was the reason why that water was coming and showing up, that he needed to have gone there. And they said the goddess was asking what is being done about all the sacrilege or atrocities that are being committed in the palace of the Ooni of Ife by the Oloris. Now, it is rumored that he sees water, and sometimes he feels as though he's sleeping inside water, and entity comes out of the water, and it's all been about water, water, water at the entire time. And because he didn't know how to deal with it again, they said he had to go to the royal mansion to meet with Olori Queen Naomi, and they said that he himself confessed that for the 2 days that he was at the royal mansion with Olori Naomi, that that experience did not come. He never saw it, not in the royal mansion. But you do know that Olori Naomi is a prayer warrior. She is a daughter of Zion. She is a child of God. Now, all of those kinds of experiences, she may not be able to see and get them because, of course, they will not want to come anywhere close to her. So they go for their own, and apparently their own is the Ooni of Ife. So right now, it's been a lot of confusion in the palace. It's looking as if since Olori Ashley came back for the Olokun festival, it's been back and forth with all of these different entities flying from one place to the other, and nobody understands why all of these things are happening together just when she arrived from the UK. Nobody heard about any entity and water stuff until she arrived from the UK. And so they say everybody is accusing her of what is going on in the palace, that they are tired, that she needs to say what is going on and what she has done. They said that she has gathered stuff together to go to the waters, to go and perform sacrifices. You know that she said that she is from the water. She's very spiritual inclined. She might know exactly what is going on. But they said this has made the Ooni of Ife very, very uncomfortable. That he is very, very unhappy. He doesn't know what to make out of what is going on. Some people said that this entity happens to be the goddess of Erinle River, that a lot of things have happened in the palace, like atrocities have been committed in the palace, that they are expecting the Ooni of Ife to take, to give sanctions and enforce it and ensure that it stays. But because that is not happening, that is why they are questioning the Ooni of Ife. And right now they are saying the only way this can be taken care of is for the Ooni of Ife to go to a Erinle River, to go and perform sacrifices and answer the questions that the gods are asking her. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl De La Rama. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the south and still on the royals. How are you guys doing? De La Right, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Esheo Adukbeo. It's not a small thing, no. Every day when you think you have seen it all, you keep seeing over and over again. Della Right, I must remind you that these are all alleged information. I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I am not related to them, neither am I related to anybody that is related to anybody that is related to them. I'm just a blogger. When I get news on social media and all the sources, I reenact them and bring them to you. I appreciate you for that understanding. Thank you so much. Okay. It's not a small something, no. As we are hearing what is going on, they said that there's this invasion of water in the chambers of the Ooni of Ife. Recently, it's being bust, all sort of things happening there. We've heard about this water thing, like in the last 3 days, we've been hearing about the water thing. That there's this clear invasion of water that made the Ooni of Ife to move to meet with Queen Naomi at the royal mansion. And right now, the elders said to him, he needs to come back and face what it is that he needs to face. They said that the only reason this is happening is because there are certain things that have happened in the palace that are termed sacrilegious that he needs to attend to. And this goddess of a Renle river is calling him to come and give explanation as to why these people are not being sanctioned. And these are the wives to the Oni of Ife, because Oni of Ife happens to be the custodian of the culture and tradition of the Yoruba people. And he's supposed to uphold the laws of that tradition. And this is the expectation. And as a leader, if something does not go right, they will hold you responsible. And apparently, this is a time where he needs to be accountable for a lot of stuff that has been happening in the palace. Now, the thing is that I said this the other day. I said I feel people and pity for people who would sit down and not understand that there is God, and not understand that there are certain things you cannot do and get away with. And if you want to test the gods, you might get into trouble. Sometimes when we decide to do things, we think that the gods are not saying; they're actually saying that they are just not talking because perhaps it's not time for them to react. Right, some of the things that are being done hiddenly are things that are coming out right now. And they say the position of the Ooni of Ife in the palace right now is so worrisome, because a lot of things are happening. We heard about the artifact that was brought into the palace that, of course, we heard that people don't know where that was coming from. It's a whole lot of things. And now, what is all this about? All these things are being done so that Queen Naomi does not return back into the palace. Queen Naomi's deal has already been signed. She is the love of the Oni of Ife's life. No matter how much people try, they'll just end up hurting themselves, because Queen Naomi is going to return back to the palace. So people should not go and begin to kind of bring invoke the gods, invoke spirits, and bring things that they are not supposed to bring into the palace. All that is for what? And that is the question that everybody's asking. They said Oni had to run to Queen Naomi for prayers, as in to hide himself there. And I'm going to bring you more update on this matter. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.